Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about partitions. So how to create partitions. Okay, so I will check currently how many disks are attached to this machine. Okay, to know that, run lsblk. Currently single one disk is attached, that is SDA, which is having 30 GB size. Okay, and inside that SDA there are two partitions, SDA1 and SDA2. Okay, one is having 1 GB and second SDA2 is having 29 GB. Okay, so I will show you. I have attached one disk to this that is having 20 GB. Go to edit settings, and in settings you will see two hard disks. One is 30 GB, which is currently having, and second disk we need to scan it, and we need to discover the new disk, and then do the partition. Cancel. Okay, so to do that, echo double quotation hyphen then it mark sys block scsi underscore host things is class say hosts. To see how many hosts, you need to give a tab. You will get to know that how many hosts are configured for this machine. There are three hosts, SCSI host 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we need to scan all the hosts. Okay, we don't know from which SCSI host it will be discovered. So run scan. Okay, one host I have scanned it, second host, and the third host means 0, 1, 2. Okay, I have scanned it. Let's see lsblk whether it's discovered. Yeah, here is the second device, 20 GB. If you observe the previous output, there is no SDB. Okay, so SDB is discovered. So now we need to partition using fdisk tool. Okay, -l /dev/sdb. So he will see the size here. I have sent 20 GB, but it's showing as 21. No issue. Okay, it may differ. So now we need to partition fdisk and the SCSI device name. Okay, so for new partition, press N, but before that I would like to press P to know the partitions. Okay, there is no partitions currently. Okay, I will make it a new. Okay, and by default it will be primary, and the partition number would be 1, and first sector by default 2048. Just press enter. Second sector will be your uh, usage. I mean, you can use that sector. First sector will be for the metadata, and second sector, whatever size you will provide, that will be available for the writable. Okay, so by default it says 41943039 bytes. Okay, so I have that idea that 20 GB assigned to this HDB SCSI disk. So I would like to make 4 partitions. Okay, 4 partitions. So I will assign for each partition 5 GB. Okay, P1, P2, P3, P4. Okay, total will be 20 GB. So I will say 5 GB, saying out of range. I think we need to press 5G. Okay, partition is set, 5 GB is set. Okay, so then I will press P, and you see partition is created with 5 GB. Then change the ID for this. Currently it's 83, so I would like to set 8E for Linux LUN. Okay, press P. See, it's changed. Earlier it was Linux only system, now it's Linux LVM. Okay, I'd like to create another one. Next, press N, primary, and then partition number will be 2 by default, as we created one first one. Okay, first sector by default will take, press enter, and second sector you need to mention plus 5G, uh, plus 5G. Okay, enter. So 5 GB is set. So change the um, LUN ID, press T, and select the partition number 2, and to know the available IDs, press L as suggested in the system. Okay, we will see these all are the available IDs for the LUN. Okay, so as we are working on Linux system, so we required Linux LVM option. So that ID is 8E. So we need to press 8E, then proceed and press P. So see, two partitions are created. I'll proceed with third one, N, and it is also be part of primary, and the ID would be like 3. Yes, and test sector by default, whatever it's take, you can press enter. Otherwise, if you have any other requirement, you can change the values. My requirement is the by default one, so I will press enter. But second sector I need to choose, that is 5 GB. Okay, then change the ID for partition 3, default 3 it's displaying, so just enter it, and press the ID 8E. Okay, it's changed to Linux LVM. Okay, then press P. See, 3 partitions are created. Okay, so now thing is that fourth partition would be extended. Okay, that is the last partition. After that we cannot create. Okay, we cannot create uh, fifth partition. Okay, in Linux, in any Linux system, there are 4 partition only available for each LUN. Okay, and then press N. See, earlier it was showing as P, default P. If you see here, default P means primary partitions. So now the thing is that earlier it was showing 2 partitions and 0 extended and 2 free, which means that there are 4 partitions only available for each SCSI device or each LAN. Okay, so once you created 4 partitions, after that it cannot be created fifth partition. So you need to delete any one of the partition and then you can recreate it, but that is different story. So but if you are creating freshly, so only 4 can be avoided from this. Okay, so we created total 3, so available is only 1, which means that extended partition only is available. Then press E and enter, and part partition, enter, and last sector you need to choose 5 GB. It's saying out of range. Why? Because we need to keep some amount, means for first sector, that is already occupied by the first sector, some amount. So we will not be having exact 5 GB, so we'll be having less space, so we need to say that 4.5 GB something. Okay, the point value is not taking. um, let's see one more option, 4.5 GB. Okay, it's not taking. Okay, I will assign 4 GB for this. Okay, it's created. P. So see, other Linux ID is 5. Okay, I need to change this. Press T, sector partition 4, and ID would be 8E. Enter, and then press P. It's not changed. Okay, so the extended partition cannot be changed to Linux LVM. The error says that the same thing. You cannot change a partition into extended one or vice versa. Okay, let it be. No issue with that. Okay, commit to commit that W. Okay, now you need to check whether these are these uh, LUNs are visible or not after commit. Okay, lsblk. See, our partitions are displaying here. Okay, 4 partitions are there, and fdisk -l s dev sdb. Okay, so these all are having 5 GB, 5 GB, 5 GB. This one is having 4 GB. Okay, so now we need to create a pv create, just copy paste sdb1, enter, and then sdb2, sdb3, sdb4. The filter, I think it's not created properly. Let's recreate it. Fdisk partition. So I will delete this 4th partition. That is 4th. I will say 4th. Be careful while doing on production environment. Okay, you need to make sure all the pre-checks has been taken, and you are playing around it with the in a secure mode, you can say, like instead of making like on your own, just take the precautions and then perform it. So as I'm doing on the test machine, so I'm deleting the 4th partition, enter, deleted it. Okay, I'll recreate, press N, extended, default, and I will keep default only, whatever available size is there, so to accommodate the 4th partition. Okay, it says 5 GB is set. Okay, good. Set the ID for 4th partition, hit E. So again it's saying that it cannot change, at least here 3, 4, 8, 3. We cannot change, it seems. Okay, cool, let it be. Let's run partprobe. Okay, you can ignore this is something system related, but there's no error with the sdb. Okay, lsblk. Okay, so now we have created total 4 partitions, pvs. Okay, so last one which was not created, dev sdb 4. So the sdb3. Okay, now it's created. Okay, so let's say pvs sdb is not displaying here. The filter. Okay, STB partition. Fifth is extended. Delete fourth one. Deleted. I'll commit this. I'll commit this time. Okay. Okay. SDB print. There are three partitions currently. Okay. N primary. I'm saying primary. Okay. Enter partitions. Okay, I made it as a primary. Okay, I have not created extend because I am unable to create PV. Okay, so then change the ID for partition. It's 8E. Okay, it's changed. Wow, good. And then partitions. There are 4 partitions. Okay, then I will commit now. Then run partprobe to intimate to the kernel. Done. Clear the screen. lsblk. See, for 4 partition also it displaying 5 GB. Okay, so I will create now pv create slash dev sdb4. Okay, yes, I need offset. Okay, now pv, yes, see 1 2 3 4 all the partitions are created. Okay, hope you guys understood this. Means I'm not prepared for this, but just while performing I got some errors and I recreated the partitions. You can go through that video and again you can see that how I recreated and how I choose the partitions number. Okay, so now we have created the physical volumes. Okay, so I need to create one VG. Okay, but I will say VG create. Okay, you need to give one VG name, so I will give tech. Okay, so you can assign uh, as much as PVs to the one particular volume group, not single PV. You cannot, means you can assign single wise also. You can assign as much as you can, like multiple 10 20 PVs you can attach to the single volume group in a single shot. Okay, so I will show you how. One time I will create with a single and then I will show you how we can assign multiple PVs to the VG. Okay, while creating also you can. Okay, so I want to show you like both the way it can happen. Okay, so VG created with the single PV. Okay, so I will now VG extend and tech, and I will mention multiple. See, so first I created with a single PV, second I extended. Why? Because it's already created. While creating also you can mention all the PVs whatever you want. Okay, so now if I say VGS, it should display. So tech VG is displaying like almost 20 GB. Okay, 20 GB is free. So now VG is having 20 GB. So you need to write, right? So for writing you need to create a logical volume. So that is lv create -n. Okay, you need to give a logical volume name. So I will give sparkler. Okay, -l plus I will say 19 GB. Okay, 19 GB. It should come from tech VG. Okay, enter. So sparkler is created now. So now we created, but we need to make file system. Okay, for that mkfs.xfs. xfs is the default file system in RHL 7 and 8. Okay, and then dev mapper tech sparkler. Okay, and so make file system is done. Now you need to mount it. Means you need to create a directory, text sparkler I created. Okay, you need to use mount option and block device path and mount point, then mount it. So to verify this whether this mount point is available or not, check the FFNH and text parallel. See 19 GB size which we created, 19 GB. Okay, I'm highlighting just, so it's created. So now we need to make this as a permanently, means after reboot also it should persist. Okay, it should mount automatically. So for that you need to make an entry in FS tab. So just I want to take some mounted uh, entries in the system, proc mounts. Okay, you will see, so these all are mounted already. So recently I mounted this one as well. So this is the entry in run level. So just I am copying this and making an entry in fstab file. Go to the end and paste it. Okay, just I will do the ffnh. See, this is the mounted one. So for your confirmation, just I will unmount it. Okay, the ffnh. See, there is no mount point, so it should read from the fs tab now. So what I will do, mount will collect the information from the fs tab. So just I will run mount -a. It should collect the information and mount it back to the system. So without error it's ran now. So just run the ffnh. See, the ffnh displaying the output. Okay, hope you enjoyed this session. So hope it's useful for you guys. Thank you.